earlier on Twitter about Mikasa. I was like, that's one-dimensional character. No, but I was like, I didn't read it too yesterday. Someone was like comparing this anime to the Titan, right? They're basically the complete opposite, right? This anime is all about nuanced characters that are like, everyone is kind of evil or kind of good, and like obviously kind of going back and forth, right? I think a Titan is much more like, kill all the humans! Yeah, it's a lot more like, I love Eren no matter what. Yeah, that anime is a lot more like fanatics characters. Philosophy and so on too, yeah. It's like half the characters are very, very fanatic, right? Misericorde was fanatic, certainly fanatic. And this anime is like, oh, well, I mean, I guess she's on his side. Like, Miriano is like, helping Kage a little bit. She's like, why was I helping him for? He's just a nice guy. But I love that. She was like, why am I telling them what to do? I just kind of feel sorry. He clearly must be my mom or something. She's like, he's kind of like my mom, you know. And I made a quick flashback of her mom, I would say, being a witch, right? So kind of healer witch. And probably gets killed, right, for her work, right? So hopefully you can see her flashback. But I feel I can say exactly happened to her mom, but my theory last week was that, I mean, come on, she's like a witch, his people are probably paid for that, and you know, the villagers are obviously gonna betray her, right, and then she's gonna like, either gonna torture Miriano, or she's gonna kill them first, or revenge, something like that. I mean, I expect a very, very sad backstory, of course, for Miriano, and yeah. Well, one thing I wish is anime though, it just has that One Piece feel to it. When I say one thing before, there's a One Piece feel to it, and you know I love One Piece, but I think one thing with One Piece and also this anime is kind of formulaic, but it's good, right? It's good formulaic. That's like everyone's a sad backstory, you know? God damn it, there was someone that was like hating on Yamato on Reddit. Like, oh, Yamato's a bad character, another character, it's a sad backstory, Oda is a hack can't write, and I'm like, well, I actually agree with that. Yeah, sure, he also gives them a sad backstory, but like, are you gonna say that she's a bad character because she has a sad backstory after say that every story has a sad bad character? Doesn't make any sense. Or it makes sense, but you have to logically at least hate every character. This anime I feel the same thing. Everyone's a sad backstory. Certainly Miriam has a very sad backstory. And like Kage's one, and you know, so on, and everyone, god damn it. Maybe not the evil king or something. I mean Bojji, but I mean dear father, like the Underworld King. He seems to be just pure evil, so but you know, of the non-like diabolic characters that are super evil. Okken clearly has a very sad story. Like he wanted to, you know, save his people from his evil father and so on, and then he, well, Okken's interesting, right? Because it was like his father tried to become immortal, but he got it instead. So was it something his father did to give him immortality, right? Maybe experiment on his mom, yeah. It's like clear actually why Okken got immortality. He just kind of got it as his 25th birthday, right? But his father, of course, tried his whole life to get that power, so. But anyway, let's start watching it. So 3, 2, 1, and go. But Okken is again a very interesting character, right? Because Okken was like the nicest character, and then of course he turned crazy, as they talked about. Becoming immortal made him lose his soul because he's a bit crazy. Like life is too boring, he's immortal. Okay, so now Daida boss, He's like, yeah, because he's like on Daida's side, I guess, right? You know, Beth King is kind of Daida's side. Oh. Of course, it's his Eren talking. Yeah, I've seen the darkness in people's hearts. He's like, I have seen so many evil people. Yeah, but everyone around him is a nice person, boss. Kind of a mistake there, or on purpose, I guess. He's like, I only hire nice people. Yeah, so he doesn't know. So Beth doesn't know about Miriano. He's like, I ain't in love with me. So he does, you know. Yeah. No, I mean, Boss is in love with her back, right? So they're all in love with each other. And her, I mean, Miriano's whole deal is like, I'm gonna kill his wives, right? Like, Miriano's whole shit is like, I'm gonna kill his first wife and his second wife. Yeah, her whole shit is like killing his wives. Yeah, it's like I mean, honestly, you know. It's a lot of natural, isn't it? It's a very hentai plot line. Most of Miriam's motivation comes from feeling cheated on, right? And her husband is sleeping with other females and he's killing them. Obviously, it wasn't her plan, right? He had to make someone pregnant, but still, though, she's like, well, you know, you've done your shit now, I have to kill you, right? And there was a super cute Miriam in the opening, right? I mean, Miriam, as we saw in last episode, is probably a super good little girl, right? Until her mom gets like burned on the stake or something. Her mom is clearly a witch. I mean, as she is, obviously. So, burning on the stake or something similar to that feels very, likely, I guess. But I mean, certainly Myrmonden got betrayed. And for that matter, right, Mirjana keeps getting betrayed every episode. Yeah, Mirjana is horrible at picking companions, right? She gets betrayed by the orcs, the mercs, she gets betrayed by these underworld people, and so on. Mirjana and Uppit betrays her, and yeah, Mirjana is like betrayed by everyone. Ocken is probably betrayed her soon, right? So, her mom is probably gonna get betrayed, and it's gonna be like her family shit, right? Because, you know, Mirjana gets betrayed, yeah, so I guess her mom also is gonna get betrayed, right? Best mom! And almost, as I mentioned, Uppit betrayed her. But yeah, so no, best mom has healed him. Of course, they all look really angry at him because he betrayed them. But he kinda betrayed everyone. Yeah, I don't know. Uppit is in love with Mariano. I guess that's why he's like helping her. But also he wants to help healing and Dorsey, so. Yeah, I mean, he's interesting. I mean, he's like the reverse Mikasa. This guy's like super nuanced. He's like playing every side badly. Like, yeah, but this is a good writing because he's playing every side, but he's no like, you know, Doflamingo, like a mastermind, right? He's like, actually he's an idiot. Yeah, he plays every goddamn side and he plays it terribly. Like, that's the interesting character. Like, he's on every team, but he plays it bad. Yeah, he's not like a mastermind, you know, he's just like a real idiot. But anyway, healing. Best mom! Yeah, I'm gonna heal him, of course. There we go. Man, she has to drink so much potions, man. Man, best mom. She drinks like a million potions, I feel, to be able to heal everyone. Well, she's the queen, though, so. Oh, yeah, of course. But I love her, like, ah! God damn it, always healing. It's good how she heals, she's like, ah! But I think it's great, but yeah, healing in this world isn't that easy. Yeah, no, she's like, I'm out of potion, and man, I healed like way too much people now. I've healed these guys, I've healed the snake. I just love healing so much. She's healed like all the hellhounds, yeah. This poor lady, man, just been healing like the whole freaking country. Oh, this Lady Anne, of course. I don't really see the other characters, number 3 and 4 and so on, behind her. She's like, did you see my son? He's so badass now. Yeah, she's like, yeah, he's my son after all. Exactly. I believe in my boy. There we go. Oh, this is when she made boss, I guess. She was like, yeah, that guy was very confident. Yeah, he got the same as his father, the same power, the same reliable, I guess. Here comes someone. Oh, I'm meeting up all the former, yeah, Domas, of course. You killed my son, Marmos. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, Domas. So probably Bepkin comes too, right? All the former. So let's go over some healing. Yeah, nicest queen ever, yeah. Oh, that was good too when he was like, you can't defeat him, brother. Wait, should do dashes? Number 2. Yeah, they haven't had number 1, of course. See, this is so good. Oh, you're so hyped up about it. They're both like, both his fan club. Yes! Oh my god, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh my god, this is so good, man. They're like, yes. Yeah, they're gonna run after him. Shouldn't they all kind of run after Boji? Yeah, exactly. Like, good, yeah. Shouldn't, maybe. I mean, Dorsey is very injured, though. Dorsey is very injured, but. Yeah, but Apple is like, is he now then on the healing side? Because it's like, she said, okay, Dorsey is gonna go too. But Dorsey is like super injured. Yeah, okay. She has no mana left, right, so. And Anne, of course, is like, I'm a protector. She captured me, she carried me, she healed me. Yeah. Healing, of course, has been healing everyone, right, so. But I think Dorsey honestly could kind of like, he has 1 leg left. Yeah, that guy maybe should have like stayed behind. I do feel that this guy's gonna join them too, right? Bepkin here. Right, she's my mom. Oh, my this anime story keeps getting worse. She's like my mother and teacher. No, he obviously means just like she raised him, right? She raised him. But I mean, it's already like he's inside his son's body, trying to have sex with her in like, and have this weird thing with his former wife or something, right? And now she's like, she's also my mom. It's like, why? Don't make it more complicated. Oh, God. Don't make it more complicated, Bosse. Don't say that Miriam is your mom, man. Like, no. God damn it. But okay. Oh, okay. So this guy's how to use magic and like wizard shit? Okay. Oh, so the gods were actually just like walking around. Yeah, okay. The gods were not people up in the cloud. They were actually... Okay, so gods were actually straight up like ruling the planet. Okay. But I guess Miriam is a woman. That makes sense with the magical kingdom. So she's a witch, right? So obviously her mom and... Or maybe she isn't that, but her mom is probably at least from Homa, right? How old is Boston thinking about it? Boston might... Ah, there we go. Has to be... Of course... her mother. Well, it seems to go kind of interesting. I mean, it seems to go kind of directly that I'm gonna guess here that Miriano's mom is probably gonna defeat the gods, right, or something. Yeah, it feels like they're certainly probably gonna like. I'm gonna guess like her mom helps out, you know, defeating the gods, something like that, right? Yeah, like she's gonna be a key to probably defeating the gods, and then they will betray her for whatever reason. But that feels like that's gonna be where it goes, right? Yeah. Not a healer. Well, he didn't marry a healer after all. I guess he has a thing for healer girls. Yeah, and of course Miriam is so happy. But now I feel like he's in love with her mom. Or something. Yeah, he's like, not in love with Miriam, but her mother more directly. Okay, he stayed to watch Miriam, but it was like the mom that saved you. Is he like smashing her mom too or something? It's pretty damn weird. But yeah, so of course Miriam used to be like oh god, it's gonna be some goddamn trad. Of course she's like talking to the animals and some freaking Snow White Disney princess. Like, yeah, of course she's like super happy and yeah, so he's Bosse is gonna join, of course, the god, anti-god side. So wizards plus the giant guy. Huh. I guess the gods have like troops or something? But I feel the mother is gonna be important, right? Her mother is gonna be the reason why they could win, probably. That's why. Okay, another kingdom. But when is this? Yeah, when is taking place? I wish they could play. Like, is it 1,000 years ago? Or is it like Boss is a giant, right? Like, when did it take place? Because these guys are like, what? There was a god war? Yeah, like this has to have happened like 100 years ago, right? It has to be way back in time. Okay, but so goddamn happy Miriam is. She's so happy and cute. She's a kid, right? So obviously she's gonna get like ganged or something. Yeah, of course. It's gonna go berserk, probably, right? Ugh. I'm just waiting for some. What? Okay. So. Okay, this seems pretty pointless. Yeah, but. Okay, so deceiving orders. Yeah, they sound like, yeah, let's ally up with these rogues people. Yeah, this seems that they're gonna betray her, obviously, but also, why do they need these people for? Like, what is the Gyoku-san people good for? Maybe they have this Kage people, shadow people, yeah, maybe they have shadow magic or something. Maybe they're the ancestor of the shadows or something. Okay, so now they're gonna become richer because she's in the magic, but they all look like complete R people, yeah. They all have like an R face, like what the hell? These people are super evil, obviously. Yeah, this is the flashback that we saw last week, right? Yeah, she gives her... Okay, she gave her money for medicine. I mean, I guess medicine, right? That was a guessing, yeah, for medicine. Pretty obvious, like, okay, it's a medicine thing, right? Yeah, and of course she's just tricking her. These people are the worst! They're obviously gonna kill her. They're the worst people ever. This whole country is like, it's a country of douchebags. What the hell? Why are they still after them? Yeah, of course. This is to be like the worst people ever. Like the whole country is like, it's insanely useless. I have no understanding why they keep being allies. And also how they're gonna hit the Gals part, because the Gals seem to be winning. Well, I still think that the mom is gonna be... Oh, here we go. Now it's probably the mom gets killed or something. Yeah, this looks ridiculous, suspicious business. Yeah, it's like sus as hell. Well, oh yeah, there we go. Mom gets killed for some reason. He stabs her. This is what we saw her in her, of course, in her dream with Daida. So they just kill her for money. This seems like crazy greedy, yeah, he's trying... Like a very... I mean, obviously took the money earlier, but he's gonna rob her? Last time we see her smile, probably. I'm laughing at it, but I just laugh. I feel like I allowed Daida's anger to inside the spirit. Yeah, Daida also getting pissed off inside a little... In the soul. There comes the gods too, with their like... Yeah, of course they did. Okay, maybe they killed her for money and also because they wanted to join the gods, I guess. They could have just killed her for the money, right? It's a little bit like they killed the powerful witch lady. But how did they hit the gods then? No, they get a spin-off for this shit! So her mom gets stabbed, and I guess Miriana, they cut her hands, right? They tortured Miriana, right? So that was still not the full backstory, because they don't cut off her hands, right? She had no hands and legs. So they was still the full backstory, it's like half the backstory, right? Because how did they turn on kill the god? But maybe Miriana is the one that kills the gods then, right? Maybe Miriana is the one that kills the god, that would blame her for killing the country. But maybe she's the one that defeats the gods then. And then they cut her hands off something, yeah, because, you know, there's only half... They're gonna torture her, so right? They're gonna have some kind of freaking burst Casca scene where they cut off her hands and torture her or something. I don't know, but I expect it to be worse, honestly, right? But I think this is the beginning of it. Still shocking, but like, I feel this is the teaser, right, of the real backstory. But anyway, Okken is back, of course. And, yeah. I don't know how it's gonna fit in, though. I really don't see it, because... Oh, not Kage! Well, I guess the four... I guess his... You know, the lords are gonna come. Domas and Dorsen... Oh, no, it's the captain. Yeah, he's physically bad, right? Yeah. But Despa, of course, I mean, the brother, of course, lightning bolt, but... Huh. This is a great teacher. I'm proud of you! I love you! Yeah, it's like... That's good. He's like, I like you! Because he's like, pep talks. But, I really don't know how it's gonna... Yeah, exactly. He's like, she clearly sees her own mother in Bojji so much. Yeah, like he's so like my mom. That's why she likes him, because he reminds me so much of her mother. See Bojji crying, but yeah. But I think it's good that Bojji just can't overcome Okken. If it's like he's too much with anti-powers. But that being said, I don't think Despa someone can defeat his brother either. I mean, he can probably capture him, right? But I don't know if you can like kill him because he's immortal. Actually, yeah, good Kage. What happens if you break the mirror? Does she die then? Yeah. He's like, I can't do it then. Yeah, he's like, well, I can't kill you powerless if it's me. And he's like, stop being so nice, Kage. He's like, actually, yeah. Goddamn it, Kage. Stop being so nice. He's like, I don't wanna. He's like, we have to kill her. Yeah, they are like, we have to kill her though. Don't listen to her, you have to kill her. She's the evil witch. Yeah, they are much more willing to kill her. Okken, for the reason, follows her. But I think it's because he's just like crazy and he just wants to enjoy it, you know. Yeah, so the brother because she's lighting. Yeah, because he got the magical powers too, right? I mean, he didn't really explain to us how magic works, but whatever. He has magic powers. I love the captain, man. He's like a nice guy. But he learned to block, I guess, his attacks. Yeah, he kind of... Yeah, he kind of learned to... Yeah, he's learned to block it. I like it. Yeah, he's like... Yeah, the captain is like... Yeah. He's... That's right, I told it is. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, the captain has picked up the... There we go, another brother lightning. But like last time, he's gonna heal this right in like. Yeah, he used his own body to like a lightning rod, and I mean he still lost like his arm, right? But he's gonna heal that arm. Yeah, like he's paralyzed, like his right hand, but I mean he's gonna heal that anyway, so. I think that, you know, we're gonna see the Domas and we're gonna see the other guys coming in, right? Dorsch, Appias. Probably, right? We're gonna see the 4 bros coming in. It's gonna kawaii moments anyway. Oh, not kill the captain, man. He's a nice guy, man. Oh, the captain! Man, this guy was so nice! Where's mama when he needed her? Where's best mom? Damn it. No, he needs to heal another person. Maybe he can do some brotherly stuff. Yeah, I don't know. His brother's crazy, but... Yeah, he might remember his brother, right? He's like physically weak, but really intelligent. That's kind of how I define his character, right? Like he's... Yeah, his body, he's like very frail, right? His body is very weak, right? He's born with like a very weak physical body, right? But, you know, he's like a brilliant tactician, right? Yeah, he's analytic and so on. He's very, very intelligent. He's clearly the tactician of the army, so... When they had this... It's nice, man! It's like, I can predict your abilities, but... He's not strong enough to kill him, right? So... Oh no, he's gonna do the double KO shit! Oh man. Oh, Despa is a good character, man. Oh, he's like, you can't escape me now. No, it's gonna... My little Toto. Oh man, this is sad shit, man. Doing that like suicide attack on him. Oh, kamikaze move on him. Oh man, not Despa. I mean, I'm just hoping he can survive the lightning somehow, right? I'm just hoping he's gonna stab by Okadano, I guess. I'm just like, hope he can survive the lightning, but it feels like he's gonna get stabbed. But we still have Mama healing over here, so I'm thinking Kage tries more. Gonna get his, gonna get Mommy, right, to come and heal them, right? Hopefully. Because the body gets his helmet. Interesting. Get his face. But is he gonna heal that? Like, so it's... Yeah, so get into Mom, right? We gotta get into Mom. Ah, of course. He's reverted! But he's like, I kill him slowly! Of course, he only cuts their non-organs because it's not fun enough if you kill them fast. Of course, Okken is like, haha, I'll kill them slow as possible. Yeah, of course he is. Doesn't look as timid. Without the mask, he looks way less timid, certainly. Are we Domas gonna come in? I keep saying it, but you know, I really want Domas to come in and be like, I will die for the prince, right? I get his redemption there. He wants to die for Bojji anyway, right? So. Okay. So I kill Kage now? No, this time it's time for... Ah, come on, Bojji! Man, this is some desperation here. Oh, especially when Bojji gets damaged, for real. Oh man, Bojji's all about speed. Now they really need Bob to heal him. So he can fight Daida or whatever. Or boss, I mean. What? What? Kage's what's happening? What? I'm just gonna what's happening? What? Kage is turns big? Oh no! This is like what? Okay. Kage unlocks his true form or something? I get a massive goosebumps. Kage is like, I'm actually a shadow creature of sorts. What? Maybe after the credits? Man, I got goosebumps, but that was like... I don't know. I guess Kage got some. I guess his people have some secret form that they can only use. Maybe if they're emotional enough. His mom didn't really use it when they were dying, so maybe it's like I have to XP enough. I don't know. Well, I mean, certainly Kage transformed into some kind of shadow monster. Still not gonna kill him, eat him though, but I'm hoping for some after credits here. I'm hoping, well, I don't know, it's the second after. Some preview. Okay, I gotta watch the preview next week. Then we gotta do freaking review, reaction to the preview next week. God damn, man. Kage ends on a high note. Jesus Christ, man. I'm hoping for some kind of after ending or preview or something, but I don't think it's gonna be. There's like 5 seconds left. I don't know why I'm hoping for this shit. I need more. I need more to understand what's happening. No, there's ends. It's nothing afterwards. I don't know why I keep hoping for that shit. Like you clearly see there's no time left. Yeah, that was just kind of out of nowhere. But you know, this anime, it works in this anime, right? Because in this anime, it's always like magic is shit and it all happens. So who knows? Yeah, Kage can turn into a big monster. Okay, it's not against any kind of the actual storyline. You're like, yeah, of course you can. Like, okay, sure. Anyway, happened in the last frame. It's done. Let's review it. It's like big crying Kage, big die Kage. So yeah, Kage threw a massive monster in the last second to, of course, save little Bojji. And Bojji got hurt for the first time, like really hurt. I mean, not like he's getting punched by someone, right? But like actually, Oken pierced his leg with his sword. But that injury is probably easily for mom to heal, though. I mean, it's just like a deep cut through his body, but yeah, probably you can heal it easily. But of course Kage goes crazy, goes bananas. And yeah, I mean, you know, I have no idea what this means, really, honestly. It's like, here's Kage's real form, true form thing, the Shadow People's form. I mean, his family got killed, right? His whole race got genocided, Eren, typical Eren. So, we don't really know what they could do, right? His mom, as I mentioned in the reaction, his mom didn't do this, though. So I don't know if they all can do it. Maybe they just need enough emotional pressure. But still, though, his mom's about to die, right? And she didn't do it, so maybe there's a modern trigger. Maybe need to XP enough. I don't know. But it seems weird that it all could do this thing. So it's probably something only a few of them could do. Obviously, I'm just theory crafting here. But yeah, you know, like... but this could still explain why they all killed them, right? They were good shadow people, betrayed by the human and killed them, right? But maybe this is the real reason, right? Because they had this like Titan shadow form they could transform into at certain points, and that was like dangerous, so they killed them all. Something like that, yeah. But it ends on that, right? So I guess, you know, subscribe. Yeah, see you guys next week. Let's see more, but see you guys next week for the actions happening. Because I don't know, right? Yeah, this happens last second, but that's my guess, right? It's some kind of hidden form that only a few of them could, but it's probably part of the backstory why they killed them all, right? That maybe his father or someone else also had this form, and they were like, we have to kill these people. So that's interesting. Give me a massive goosebump in the end there. They're getting owned. Man, freaking best master ever. I love this scene, man. He's like willing to die with his brother. Or not even to die with him, just to die to stop him, right? God damn, is he a good person, man. He's like, I'm gonna capture him, hold him down, right? And then our big brother, Hitler's boss. Now I probably die from the lightning, but my brother is gonna like just paralyzed for a moment, right? I mean, Oki wouldn't even die anyway. So Despa would just like make Desha paralyzed and bolt, right? And then he would probably die from that. With Oki, it's like heal it in like 10 minutes, right? So a very desperate strategy, but it was a cool scene. Just, the whole team was really good, right? I mean, as we know, that Despa is a smart, tactician person, right? So he was like, okay, he's gonna get me with that attack. He's gonna trust like that. So he managed to predict him, right? Yeah, he managed to predict him, but that doesn't help him to win one-on-one, right? He's like fragile and weak and physically weak, right? So he's like, I can predict him, but I can't actually defeat him alone. So this is the best I can do, right? And the captain got like stuck in his heart though, so maybe the captain dies, if he's unfortunate. I like the captain, you know, he's like a nice guy, you know, helping Boji, helping the villagers. Yeah, they were to conquer the villagers and he helped them anyway, so he's like a nice, you know, good-hearted person, right? Could be maybe a lower rank king or something one day, I don't know what it is exactly, but yeah, the captain, that's kind of too. But anyway, that is the ending. Ocken owns them all. Now let's talk about mom, man. Let's talk about moms. Dead moms. Goddamn dead mommies. Yeah, this is like... feels like every... Miriano hates moms too. I think she should learn that her own mom was killed, man. Stop hating on moms, right? No, well, Miriano, of course, is killing Boji's mom because they slept with Bossa. It's pretty obvious. But yeah, her mom's a witch, healer, and all that good stuff, right? Really kind of... that's obvious. And... she could take an advantage of, right? But this evil, what's called like Gyokian kingdom, something like that, and Gyokia-san, something like that. Alright. And yeah, her kingdom, the Homa kingdom, ally with them, for honestly no reason. That I will say, Ross, actually, I would say, honestly, I will say this thing here, right? This is my favorite anime this year, but this episode actually, to be honest here, I have to be, you know, fair, right, in my reviews. This, I have to say, is probably the biggest issue to writing so far. Because he didn't make any sense. Like, he didn't make any goddamn sense. You know, that she still wants to help them, whatever. That's one thing. She's like her personal. She's too nice. Her mom was just too nice, right? So that makes sense. But I mean, why would the kingdom of Homa she was serving, right? Why did they keep being allied with these people? They were like, they betrayed them, they took from them, they stole from them, they didn't help them out in the war. I mean, they're fighting the gods, right? And, you know, these douchebag people, they were like leaving them in the battlefield and so on. So that I have to say, that doesn't make any sense. Why did this kingdom betray Horman before Horman left the alliance? You know what I mean? If you were a reasonable person controlling the Homa kingdom, you would have obviously, like, you know, left the alliance for these people many years before the time to betray you, right? They was obviously going to betray them. So I'd say honestly that that kingdom where Miriano and her mom is from, the Homa kingdom, their leaders, I would argue for, is too stupid to be real. I will argue for it's the worst writing so far in this anime, because yeah, that's like. There's no way they're that dumb, man. Like, why would they keep being their allies? First they build up the kingdom. Honestly, why did they even ally with them to begin with? I have to say I feel this storyline is probably the worst in the anime so far. Is it a good storyline? But this part, I have to say, is just kind of stupid. So they get to their village, right? Like their kingdom. And they're like, and the people are like, hey, why are we allying with them? Like, why are we becoming their allies? These people are also kind of freaking, like, you know, Stone Age, and we are like this like advanced magic kingdom. Like, what's the point of becoming their allies, right? That doesn't make any sense. So I have to say it feels kind of shoehorned in that they are like very nice wizard kingdom allies up with like some freaking Stone Age people that are all crooks and, you know, yeah, douchebag. All of them are horrible people, right? Say that they scared Miriam. Like, why did they become their allies to begin with? Like, what could they offer them whatsoever? And why did they keep this alliance after they betrayed them like 10 times, right? So, honestly, I'm gonna be critical, but I mean, the episode is still good, but that part doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense, whatever. Maybe they can be explained later that they got tricked by the gods or something. But anyway, of course, Miriam's mommy gets stabbed to death. And it felt a little bit weird that they would just stab her to get the money. But then immediately afterward, they joined with the gods and started killing her friends, right? So, here in the flashback, they didn't say more than, oh, they killed her. She was like, give us the money, bitch, right there. We could like kill you and or you, whatever. But then it just ended, right? Said, oh, then they betrayed them and split the gods. So you have to still wonder. I mean, the anime is very open to interpretation, right? It feels like it's implied, of course, they did betray her mostly because they wanted to join the gods, right? So by betraying these wizards, they could also join the gods and so on. It couldn't just be the money, right? If it's kind of weird, because the very next scene they're like adding up with the gods in this traitor scene, right? And kills her friends, right? So it's like, yeah, this seems to be kind of like a part of that storyline. What's I gonna say? Well, I did honestly expect the storyline to be worse. We already knew that Miriano has been tortured, right? And has her hands and legs cut off, and more, and her face was like, she was like frayed, right? You know, her face was like skin or something, right? She was like skin alive or something. So yeah, I don't know. This anime is really weird, right? Some scenes and really some scenes. Like it wouldn't surprise me if it went seriously like a Berserk scene, right? If you've ever seen. I don't want to spoil Berserk, but I feel Berserk is so old now. It's like, come on, Jesus Christ, we've seen Berserk, right? So Berserk has a lot of brutal scenes. Of course, the Casca scene is the most towards one, but yeah, it does feel like. I mean, I don't think the anime is gonna show them really like torturing Miriana, right? But this didn't even show anything of that. I'm not saying that I need some blood, but I was like, they didn't even show anything of it. They didn't even show like the capturing her or whatever, right? So again, right, this anime, I feel this is like half the truth, right? This is like the backstory of her mom, kinda, and then it's like we get another backstory later, right? Explaining how I guess Miriano killed them all or something, and then they tortured her or something afterwards probably. Because he's probably going to fight the gods. Right? So this obviously missing something here. And also, did her mom just die from these things? She had healing powers. Like, her mom was like the best witch, right? And had healing powers like healing. So I have to say, maybe she could heal herself. If you say it's almost too simple here. But certainly it's going to be more on this backstory explaining, why Miriano killed them all, right? I mean, if you saw in Daida in the spirit, Daida talked to the people, right? And obviously, they hate Miriano, who killed them all. But come on, they clearly the people killed her mom, right? So yeah, I mean it's pretty obvious that she burned down whatever their city, right? Like this douchebag country because they betrayed her mom, right? And also generally her people. So that piece is pretty obvious. Yeah, like I mean, the whole kingdom episode was complete bunch of assholes, right? So of course she went and killed them after they betrayed her family and also the general resource, right? But one thing this episode did though, talk about that, yeah. Man, this anime was so crazy. You need like a freaking 10-minute review breakdown afterward, because also, not only is the mom focus, right? The general premise is like, what? There was some gods ruling this shit? This anime is also crazy, man, because, yeah, you have all like, his Miriano, her mom, and his Okken, and his Kage's powers, but also, the episode, arguably, I think the biggest thing in the episode, kinda, is they introduce these gods, and gods are actually on the planet, and they rule the humans, and then the humans fought them, and this is obviously before the king system, so the episode also introduces a completely new concept of gods. Yeah, they were like ruling the planet and all this stuff, and I guess the humans eventually defeated them. But the weird thing with the episode though, I have to say, and this is such a typical right, Ousama Ranking thing, right, where I feel in most animes and games or whatever, like, if you play a video game, right, it's like God ruling the planet, it's pretty common, right? Yeah, this kind of trope, right? Evil gods ruling the planet, or it's some animes too, especially I think some video games love this shit, right? There was some war between the gods and dragons or whatever, and then the dragons won, humans were free or whatever, yeah. Like, you've seen that before, right? In many Dragon Quest or whatever, yeah, it's pretty common, right? But the thing is so different in this anime, I feel, from, I guess, other origin stories of the planet or whatever, right? Is that in most of these storylines, 9 out of 10 times, probably more, right? You get the full story, You get like, yes, there were gods, there were dragons, and there were like humans, and they were fighting, and then dragons and humans allied, and then the evil gods died, and now the gods are like just memories, but there may be some gods that are locked away or something, certainly. But like, I mean, you get the general premise, what happened, how did the god lose, how did we get our current planet, right, or whatever. But in this anime is like, yeah, we had this like god war, and they were like humans with magic, and then the giant guy joined humans, and they were fighting him, and then the humans betrayed him, and then he stops there, yeah. This anime is, kind of frustrating. You're like, oh yeah, you gave me half the origin story, yeah. You're like, it is the backstory of the god wars, and then it's like, it stops in the middle of it. Yeah, it's like, goddammit. It's just an Ousama Ranking thing. It's just an Ousama Ranking thing. Yeah, they explain like, yeah, we have the gods and we have the kings and whatever. They don't actually explain the full picture. So because now we have no idea still how the humans won, right? We have no understanding how the gods are gone, or if the gods are still there, or why the king system is shit to begin with, right? And so on. And also how magic works or whatever. So goddamn, this is an Ousama Ranking thing. Goddamn it, it's so typical for this anime. He's like, here is the true backstory of the world, but you only get half. And like 10 episodes later, here's the second half. Oh man, this anime is so frustrating. That sense. I wanna know how they defeated the gods. You can't just give me this like backstory spin-off, and it's like, but how did they win? One thing though, I wish that Boston would explain better to Bepkin in the prison is, of course, as I mentioned in the reaction part, how old is he, right? Is Bojji like 1,000 years old or something? Because the other guys were like, what, God War? Yeah, read about it in history class, you know? This is seemingly like 1,000 years ago, so this is seemingly like very, very long ago, right? Like, he didn't even know about it. He was like, I heard about it in, you know, the freaking, you know, the Bibles, and yeah. So, Bojji must be really old, right? He's a giant, of course, so he could be really old. Myrmondon is like kind of mirror witch, so she also could be really old, I suppose. But, that being said, though, didn't Bojji's mom die somewhat recently, right? Didn't Bojji's mom die, like... I mean, Bojji's a giant as well, I suppose, but he's still kind of young, right? So, my point is that Myrmondon in the mirror hasn't been that long. But of course, she explained to Appis that her face and hands and so on were all like fake. So I guess she's like... I mean, her age, whatever, she also might just be like half puppet or whatever. Right? Yeah, like, I guess she's alive by magic anyway, because she has no hands or legs and so on, right? She's all fake anyway. Let's think about it. You know, her appearance. Not only is as told him that she's faking it because, you know, she got tortured and they lost her body parts, but obviously she could be also much older, right? Like maybe she's actually like also 1,000 years old. It's supposed to be like an old grandma, but she actually has, you know, like a youthful appearance because obviously her appearance is fake anyway. So I suppose. But or this was pretty recently. This was weird because Bojji was like, yeah, you know, I was in the God War, and that was some good old shit, man. When I saved the humans from all the evil gods, and the human is like, God Wars, wasn't that in the ancient time or something? It felt like it was disconnected. When did this take place? And like, oh, it was a modern country somewhere. So it couldn't even like I would say it couldn't even frame it in like a reasonable time frame or something. But god damn it, Ousama Ranking, man, always giving me these like confusing backstories where you're like, I guess there was a God War or something. It was last thing I would say though on the boss thing. It is a little weird though. Bojji is in love with Myrmondon, and he's like, oh, I stayed to watch her raise her daughter. But it felt like he was first falling in love with her mom, right? You know, he was like, she saved me anyway, and she was a great mom. Felt like he was first interested in her mother, right? And then he also told the Bepkin that he was like, Myrmondon is my teacher and my mother. You're like, what, can you stop? She's heavy on your mom! He's like, I am like taking over my son's body, and I have this weird thing with, you know, his mom / my wife shit going on. That's weird already. And I took my other son's powers. And now I'm like, I was raising the woman I'm in love with, but I was like her stepdad. Because isn't he basically, he was like, I killed her father, and then I lived with her mom or something, kinda, he still not lived, but kinda around. So he's like, was he dating her mom, and then her mom died, and he's like, I'm gonna marry daughter instead? What is this? Like, what is this hentai plotline? He was like, I killed her father, became her father, and then her mom died, and I smashed her. Like, what is the backstory, man? It's just very much like, okay, I guess. What? It's like, it's a lot of hentai vibes here, Bojji. Yeah, a lot. Bojji and Myrmondon, man, they do a lot of hentai shit. Yeah, and of course it's also NEVER all the time, right? So, oh my god. Well, anyway, guys, subscribe, press the like button. That is for today. Ousama Ranking, another weird episode. A good episode, but also confusing. And, that was confusing, but it's like, I wish you could tell me the full God story. Don't just give me half the God story. Give me the full God story. Tomorrow, of course, Black Clover, I will candy, whatever it is. And of course, 1 billion harem, right? And of course, Vanitas, very after last week. Vanitas, I think, is even better this season. So 2 is even better, certainly. I might be late tomorrow. I don't know. It was like after work, maybe something shit. Right? I was like, oh, maybe. So, anyways, maybe later tomorrow. Otherwise, have a good day and I'll see you, but probably later. I don't know for certain. It's one of the things where I like, you know, it's like, how do I say it? Obviously, people like me have been working from home, right, during this stuff. And now they're again, like last year, they're like, oh, couldn't you please come to the office and after work and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't want to, I'd rather go home and watch anime. I'd rather be a nerd. No, but honestly, like, having to go. So basically, I have to go into the office tomorrow. I don't want to. It's like the first world problem deluxe. I don't want to go to work. I can work better from home. It's just, I mean, I'm obviously better from home. Everything is faster when people can disturb me from home. I can do my shit faster when people can talk to me. It's so much better from home. It really is. I have never, like, I had a job, what's it now? 5 years ago, 5 years ago, I had a job when I worked remote for first 6 months or whatever anyway. And it worked better than working at the place because, yeah, it was easier working from home, right? Well, anyway, so yeah, I might be later tomorrow because I have to work from home. Because I have to go to the office. God damn it, I don't want to. I don't want to be a grown up, I want to stay at home. But it really is ineffective, honestly. And I know that someone's going to ask me, like, oh, can you fix this thing? Can you look over this thing? Like yesterday, this is a very, very brief story, but yesterday I got a mail from one of the, what is she? Like, I guess she's a sales manager or whatever. Too much personally, but anyway, a manager, one of the bosses. So she was like, oh, I need this thing fixed, and can you do it before like 12 tomorrow? And I was like, oh, 10 minutes. Oh, I'm done. She's like, oh, it's done? Yeah, it's done, right? And thing is that, so now, I wouldn't be surprised if she asked me tomorrow, like, oh, can you fix the thing in like, 10 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever, right? And I'm like, no, it's gonna take like an hour or two now. It's like, what? But you did it, yeah, because at home, I have everything rigged. I have my 3 screens, I have this thing, I have this thing, I have this special keyboard, special mouse, all the shit here. I have my workstation, right? And also goes to anime. But really, I have my work shit here, right? And I know that, and I get to the office, I have a little laptop, I have, 2 screens, this shit. And those take me way longer time. And also my laptop, I don't use it that much. I don't have all the same programs, right? So it's not to be less effective. People expect me to be as effective as I am from home. And I'm like, oh, well, let me go back home and it's gonna go way faster. I'm gonna be done faster. Let me get to a car, get home, and I can do it faster than staying here for 2 hours. That probably is how it's gonna be. Oh God, I hate going to office. It's like the biggest first world problem ever. Holy shit, man. Oh, it's just so ineffective, I feel, working in the office. Also, I know I'm fast.